All right, so now I got to be able to talk about this and go into how I got into cryptocurrency. And it starts from being in 2020, you're alone, you're not doing anything. We're always looking for avenues during that time of the pandemic because we're at home so much. So I came across cryptocurrency on YouTube, and it was the YouTube channel was called Voscoin. And I give a huge shout out to him because he was definitely one of the people that I got a lot of information from and still do to this day. But we're only talking about being 3 years in, and so much has changed. So let's talk about number one. Don't ever get into mining with a credit card. Maybe you could have done that in the past. Don't do it now. If you don't have the cash, don't get into it. But the story's so cool because when I learned about it, the first thing I got was a computer that had a GPU. I didn't even know that there was such thing as gaming computers with a GPU, high quality graphic cards, and this was being utilized to mine Bitcoin. So I was like, you know what, $1,000, it's worth it. Let me dip my fingers into it and let's see what this is all about. I got the computer, hooked it to my TV in the living room, and my wife was just so upset seeing me play around with this computer, hook it up to NiceHash, and start hashing away and getting Bitcoin. And if I was lucky, I'd get a $1.50 per day. And if I was super lucky, it would be $5 that I would be mining in one day. But that didn't happen a whole lot. It got me excited. And then the next thing I'm on Alibaba while Alibaba was still allowing to sell Bitcoin through miners, ASIC miners through China. I saw an L3 Plus, Antminer L3 Plus, and they're selling for $1,000. I look up on the asicmining.com the profitability, and during that time, you're talking about $8. So I went from a computer that was $1.50 on average, and now I'm like, this is fantastic. I gotta get into this. I get the L3 Plus miners, and I find out, well, they're pulling 800 watts. And so I learned about what an outlet can even pull. So I wasn't able to put it inside my house because the ASIC miners are extremely loud. So I go on over to my parents' ranch. I hook up one L3 Plus, couldn't get it to work. It wouldn't go to my wallet because the motherboard was constantly putting another account on their wallet address. And so that was probably one of the greatest experiences I could have gone through so early, was to understand, okay, this is not just a breeze. There's a lot to be able to figure out. And it took me almost a month to be able to get one L3 Plus miner. Then I had to figure out, I had to change out the motherboard, and it cost me money to be able to do that. I finally get it running, but since the Wi-Fi extender I had that was in the barn, I'm trying to be able to get my Wi-Fi through my parents' house on the ranch, and so I'm like, this is a struggle. I'm sending these pictures to my family, my oldest brother that I do business with in Fring Finnis, and we've been business partners for a long time. He was like, yo, you want to get into this? Let's go. So while that was all going on, I already made purchases of box Doge from Gold Shell and KD boxes. Power consumption is super low. I put it upstairs and I have them mining. That was probably, to this day, still probably the most profitable I've ever been in mining cryptocurrency, because I held onto those coins until KDA reached its highest peak, and I sold 50%, and that was massive. It really, really changed a lot. As we continued, I had a little baby pool, and I was like, you know what? Let me use my KD box and start putting all the hot air that comes from a miner into the kiddie pool, and let me get the water a little bit hotter. Didn't work out as best I wanted to. Did change the temperature, but not enough. Keep moving on. Now get over to my brother's house. We take these miners on over there, and fast forward a couple of months, and now we have an official mini mining farm. We got a CK6 gold shell. We got a KD5. We got a bunch of KD boxes, Doge boxes, and CKB boxes. We got L3, and we got our S19J Pro miners and T17s. And so now that we're finally to this point of having these miners, having everything run, having miners, these ASIC miners come on in, and they're not all working. They don't just pop up and go, right? So you spend thousands and thousands of dollars and things don't go according to plan. And why did I create this video? Is one, to document my journey, and also talk about, you gotta be able to realize that if you're gonna dive into this, do not put anything on a credit card in the beginning. You gotta pay straight cash, because you don't want to be paying on a miner that you think you're gonna be able to pay back through what you're making through profitability, and your miner doesn't even work. Miners go down, fans break, hash boards lose their lifespan. The motherboard has a spam on it, so the wallet address won't change. And so there's all these things you have to go through, and you gotta constantly learn, you gotta fix. And I spent hours and hours on end on YouTube reading instructions and really learning about these machines. And I gotta say, even to this point, I only have so much knowledge within ASIC mining, but I learned a lot. A lot of stuff happened right in the beginning, I believe, and it's really made improvements for me to be able to make adjustments quickly and to be able to move forward. And so, yeah, bro, that's the update of the freaking miners and where we're currently at. And it was a very fast and quick journey to finally get to this point. Now I'm going to be showing you guys some other stuff of my products of running a solar boat, electric motors, marine, and all that different stuff, and getting a little bit into fitness as well. So I'm going to stop a little bit on the cryptocurrency side, move on to another section. If you guys ain't got any questions about cryptocurrency, leave a comment below.